I need to be very precise about what just came through because the specificity of it demands precision. There is a man in your energy right now, and I am using the word gentleman deliberately because that word matters. It is not interchangeable with man or guy or person. This is a gentleman in the original sense of the word, someone whose conduct is governed by a code he set for himself long before he met you, and this gentleman does not want to date you. I need you to hear that clearly. He is not interested in dating you. Not because he does not want you, because dating is too small a container for what he intends. Dating is exploration. Dating is let's see where this goes. Dating is two people circling each other with one foot out the door, in case the circling does not produce what they hoped, and this man does not circle. He decides. He evaluates, he processes, he measures what he sees against what he knows he needs, and then he makes a decision that he does not revisit, and the decision he has made about you is marriage. Not let us date, and see if this could become something serious. Marriage. He skipped the entire exploratory phase in his mind, because what he saw in you did not require exploration, it required commitment. He looked at you the way an architect looks at a foundation and thinks, I do not need to test this. I can feel the integrity of it from here. This is what I am building on. And once that assessment was made, it was permanent. He is not hesitating, nor is he deliberating over options. He is not categorizing you while he determines his desires. He has arrived at his conclusion. His realization came more swiftly than he anticipated, and the pace of his newfound certainty surprised him, yet it did not sway his decision. He wishes to marry you. The choice is finalized. What remains to be determined is how he will approach this next step. I assure you that this approach is being crafted with the meticulousness and intent with which he engages in everything significant to him. This is my conviction. I initially intended to record something entirely different today, but I felt a divine intervention that compelled me to share this message first. I do not know who requires this information, but the intensity one feels indicates it is crucial for someone watching right now. My name is Ava, and you're tuned in to Archangel Blessings Light. If you are new here, I encourage you to subscribe and remain for this discussion. Furthermore, if you desire a deeper exploration, our membership is open, and you can find the link in the description. Before we proceed, I advise you to take only what resonates with you and to leave the rest behind. What I am about to communicate comes from a place of divine revelation and may not pertain to everyone. However, if it resonates with you, you will undoubtedly recognize it. I also want to take a brief moment to extend my gratitude to our channel members. Your support is the foundation of this ministry, and I deeply value each one of you for contributing to something meaningful. Thank you. Now, let me delve back into this. Allow me to explain what this man perceived in you that led him to bypass a phase in the relational process that many view as essential. He recognized consistency. Not the type of consistency that people exhibit when they realize they are being evaluated, such as when they present a polished facade, because they understand they are undergoing an audition. Instead, he observed a consistency that stems from someone who is not putting on a performance at all. He witnessed your character over time, and I want to stress that this was not merely a momentary insight. It was a comprehensive accumulation of evidence. What he noted was a person whose integrity remains unwavering regardless of the audience, circumstance, mood, or convenience. You embody the same character when fatigued as you do when invigorated. You treat others consistently, whether or not anyone important is observing, just as you would in a room full of individuals whose opinions could potentially impact your life. Your kindness is unconditional. Your integrity is not contingent on the situation, and your warmth isn't bound by any terms. A true gentleman, one who adheres to a personal code, perceives the structural integrity in another person much like an engineer identifies load-bearing walls. He does not need to apply pressure to ascertain their strength. He can discern it in the way they are constructed and how they can bear weight without bending. He examined your character and recognized something that does not necessitate a trial period, something already validated by the manner in which you live when you believe no one is observing. Unbeknownst to you, he has been silently taking notes, conducting the most significant evaluation of his life right in the background. He has been observing for longer than you may realize, and every note he took affirms the same conclusion: she is the one. Every single observation, every subtle moment in which he watched you embody your true self without knowing he was assessing you, led him to the same verdict: she is the one. This decision was not impulsive, it was inevitable. The reason you embody this depth of consistency, rendering it structural rather than merely performative, lies in the fact that you were never afforded the option of being inconsistent. Growing up around instability, you were surrounded by individuals whose behavior fluctuated with their moods, whims, and immediate desires. You witnessed firsthand the consequences of someone's character being unreliable, transforming day by day, making it impossible to build anything lasting on such unpredictable ground. This experience did not lead you to inconsistency. Instead, it prompted you to be steadfast in your reliability. You resolved at a young age, perhaps without conscious awareness, but deeply embedded in your formative years, that you would never be the shifting ground for anyone else. You chose to be the bedrock, the stable foundation that others can depend on without having to check daily if significant changes occurred overnight. This foundational decision to remain steadfast in a world that imparted lessons on the costs of instability is what this man recognized. He did not see merely a woman being kind. He perceived a woman of substantial character. And it is this structural soundness that a gentleman evaluates as he considers where to invest his life. Not beauty, not charm, not merely compatibility on paper, but structural soundness. Can I build upon this person and have faith that what we develop together will endure through the storms, knowing that storms will inevitably come? He is not naive about marriage. He does not harbor romantic illusions that choosing the right partner ensures the absence of difficulties. He understands that challenges arise. He knows that there will be seasons when the relationship faces external stress and internal conflict, as well as the gradual wear that any structure experiences over time. With the gravity of someone making a life-altering assessment, he pondered whether this woman could withstand the storms. Not whether she could showcase beauty on their wedding day, but whether she could endure. Can she remain by my side during tumultuous times and not retreat? Can she disagree with me without dismantling everything we have built for the sake of winning an argument? Can she maintain faith in our relationship during periods when our union feels insufficient? His answer was a resounding yes. Not because you performed these qualities for him, but because he witnessed you demonstrate them in your own life. He observed you navigate your own challenges with a steadfastness that conveyed everything he needed to know about how you would weather his. His response was affirmative even before he completed the question. Allow me to elaborate on what this man is doing behind the scenes, as preparations are already underway, unbeknownst to you. He is meticulously organizing his life, not in a metaphorical sense, but quite literally. He is scrutinizing every aspect, asking himself the critical question, is this ready for her? His financial situation is a focus, not because he wishes to impress you with wealth, but because he recognizes that presenting himself to a woman he intends to marry while his financial foundation is unstable would undermine the seriousness of his proposal. He is evaluating his living arrangements, assessing whether his current space reflects the life he wishes to create with you, or if changes are necessary before inviting you into it. His relationships are also under scrutiny, as he quietly evaluates the individuals in his life, discerning who aligns with his vision and who represents a version of himself he has outgrown. He is engaged in a process of pruning and preparing, constructing a life that is deserving of the invitation he plans to extend to you. The significance of this preparation stems from his upbringing. He was taught that one should not invite a woman to build a life together while still in a construction zone. First, the foundation must be solid. The plumbing should function properly, the roof secure, and the structure sound. Only then does he open the door and say, "I built this for us. Would you like to come inside?" This is precisely the work he is doing now. He is constructing for you without announcing the project, without seeking constant validation or updates, fully aware that the strength of what he is building derives in part from the fact that you will discover it in its completed form, not as a mere blueprint or promise, but as a finished structure he can proudly present, saying, "Everything here was built with you in mind." Every choice he made during this construction process was guided by the question, is this worthy of her? If the answer was no, he started anew. This exemplifies the level of intentionality we are discussing. This is not a man who will come to you with an incomplete plan, expecting your assistance to finalize it. Rather, he will present a solid foundation, an open door, and a look that says, "I have done the work prior to asking anything of you, so that you understand that what I offer is not mere potential. It is a tangible reality, fully constructed and ready for you to step into." I keep sensing the initials M or J related to this man. If they resonate with you, please take note. Additionally, I am perceiving the initials B or S, possibly connected to someone in his life who has either been confided in about his intentions or has independently discerned them due to noticeable changes in his behavior, changes that can only be attributed to one thing. This confidant is supportive, having observed him in past relationships, and they recognize that what he is displaying now, the preparation, the patience, the deliberation, stands out distinctly from all he has done previously. Regarding his thoughts of you, let me describe this in a way that emphasizes its uniqueness. He does not fantasize merely about the wedding. His vision encompasses the entirety of the marriage, not the event, but the institution itself. He envisions year 7, contemplating the version of you that emerges once the initial excitement has faded, and what remains is the essence of who two people truly are when they no longer feel the need to impress one another. He imagines knowing your habits so intimately that he can sense something is amiss before you utter a word, simply by observing the way you hold your coffee or the particular silence that indicates your processing rather than peacefulness. He envisions being the one who differentiates these subtle nuances, all stemming from 7 years of attentive observation. He anticipates actual disagreements, real ones that arise during year 7 when two individuals have shared enough history to experience genuine tension, and he imagines addressing them by the same principles he applies elsewhere. No shouting, no cruelty, no leveraging shared vulnerabilities, just two adults who respect each other enough to engage fairly and resolve conflicts thoroughly, ensuring that even on difficult days, the foundational integrity remains intact. He envisions growing older with you, not in a vague romanticized sense, but specifically considering how your appearance will evolve over the years, a thought that does not lessen his attraction, it deepens it. Because a gentleman does not commit to a momentary version of you, he commits to the trajectory of your growth, every iteration, including those yet to come. That is the commitment he embraces in his mind, not a fleeting snapshot, but a lifelong partnership. As for the physical dimension, let it be known that a gentleman's restraint should not be misinterpreted as a lack of desire. This man possesses a passion for you so profound that it would genuinely astonish you if you could glimpse into his thoughts. Despite his composed exterior, the intensity of his feelings runs deep. He deliberately confines this passion, believing that expressing physical desire prematurely devalues the significance of what he cherishes. He does not wish to approach you, as others may have, impatiently, as if your body were merely a territory to be claimed before it is seized by another. Instead, he desires to touch you as someone would a sacred presence, gently, with full attention, recognizing that the access he seeks is not a right but a privilege earned through consistency, patience, and a commitment to understanding you as a complete individual before acknowledging your physical self. He has envisioned holding your hand publicly for the first time, not as his girlfriend, but as his wife, the distinction being of great importance to him. He has contemplated the weight of a ring on your finger, a visible testament to the deliberate and enduring choice you have both made. He imagines the comfort of pulling you close in the kitchen after a long day, simply holding you, not as a prelude to anything further, but as a man embracing his wife, acknowledging that sometimes the only remedy for a challenging day is the specific comfort found in your presence against his chest. This is the essence of his physical desires, not merely the bedroom, although those thoughts exist as well, characterized by the same reverence and intentionality. The primary yearning is for a shared intimacy that develops over the years, one marked by tender moments on an ordinary Thursday, where proximity becomes the norm and tenderness is woven into the fabric of your relationship, needing no prompts because it simply exists. This is precisely what he desires. While he may seek to recreate the enchanting romance of those early encounters, he is ultimately focused on cultivating a profound intimacy that arises only between two individuals who have repeatedly chosen one another through their shared experiences. He longs for those fleeting moments, like a gentle kiss on your forehead as you pass in the hallway, an instant that embodies more tenderness than 1,000 hesitant first kisses exchanged by those still vying for affection. He envisions a hand resting on the small of your back at social gatherings, conveying a wealth of understanding without uttering a single word. He anticipates the way your bodies will fit together in sleep, as if molded to complement one another perfectly. He yearns for the physical bond that develops between two people who have engaged in a silent conversation for years, a form of communication devoid of vocabulary or grammar, yet rich in meaning conveyed through touch. It's a connection that resonates even in a heartbeat. He is already committed to this future. It is not a question of if, but rather when. The if has long been resolved. With influences from Cancer, Capricorn, and Taurus, it is evident that his approach embodies a traditional masculine provider energy, revised for a contemporary understanding where providing encompasses presence as well as material support. If these signs appear in either of your astrological charts, this message is particularly relevant. Additionally, Virgo and Pisces emerge as secondary influences. The meticulous nature he demonstrates in his planning shows that no detail is overlooked and every aspect of a potential proposal is thoroughly considered. You would be astonished by the extent of this internal planning. Yet beneath this composed exterior, he harbors emotional depths akin to the ocean. His emotions manifest through actions rather than displays. He expresses his affection through the careful arrangements he makes, treating every repair or adjustment he undertakes as a love letter written in the language he was taught. This well of control and care, deep, quiet, and constant, nurtures everything above the surface while remaining invisible, embodying a reliable resource meant to sustain all it touches. He has determined, with unwavering conviction and the entirety of his beliefs, that you are the one whom he wishes to draw from this well for a lifetime, not because you demanded it, but because he recognizes your shared yearning for authenticity. If this resonates with you, please affirm it by commenting "Decided." Show your support for this message by liking the video, subscribing, and sharing it with those who are deserving of a gentleman committed to laying the foundation of a life before even uttering a word. The symbolism of the number 4 resonates with stability and structure, the 4 walls of a home built to endure, while the number 8 reflects the abundance and fulfillment aligned with his spiritual purpose. His endeavors extend beyond financial growth. He is nurturing spiritual development as well. He has sought guidance from a higher power regarding you, receiving clear confirmation that dispels his last reservations. The presence of the number 22 signifies a master builder at work. This man is not merely constructing a relationship. He is laying the groundwork for a legacy, considering family dynamics and lineage. He evaluates not only your suitability for his happiness, but also for imparting wisdom to potential future children. You have passed his assessment, not through effort, but simply by being your true self, precisely what he has been looking for. It is crucial to address the part of you that has been conditioned to expect less, perhaps due to past disappointments. If you're feeling a whisper of doubt, where you believe such men are rare or do not choose women like you, I urge you to silence that voice with conviction. Such doubts stem from experiences with men who failed to meet your expectations, implanting a belief that subpar behavior was the norm. Every man who offered only the minimum and labeled it love trained you to lower your standards to excuse their lack of effort. The scars from these experiences have created a voice that insists, "This is too good to be real." But I assure you, it is entirely real. This is the authentic dynamic that unfolds when a man raised with strong values intersects with a woman of integrity. It radiates certainty, preparation, and a man who is resolute in his intentions to create a future worthy of what you bring into it. This is not a fantasy. This is the reality when ethical standards meet the dedication of a character-driven individual. You have not been molded to impress. You have been crafted to endure, and he recognizes that. He observes your kindness, your ability to handle disappointment gracefully, and your steadfast adherence to your standards during difficult times. He sees your worth and has made his choice, not based on a fleeting emotion but on a solid foundation of evidence built over the years by simply being who you are. This is what transpires when the right individual finally arrives for someone who had ceased to believe they would. It does not resemble a fairy tale. It embodies the diligence of a man who has done his homework, standing at the threshold of a woman who has equally prepared, both of them aware without needing to articulate that the groundwork has been established, enabling life to commence. I declare to you now that preparations are underway. The foundation is being fortified. This man, diligent in his efforts, will not approach until every aspect is ready for you. What is meant for you has been set aside long before he began constructing. This process is merely his way of honoring what he inherently understands. You did not stumble upon this message by accident. It was intended for you. If this resonates with you today, please share it with someone who might benefit from hearing it. Support this message by liking and subscribing, as the insights I bring are far from finished. If you wish to contribute to this ministry, any support is deeply appreciated. I send love your way. Embrace this journey.